Okay, hello everyone, and
Hello.
welcome to day 11 of 21 Days of Self Care. I have my friend Felicity here with me. Felicity, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me.
Of course, of course. It's great to
Yeah.
have you. Tell everyone a little bit about yourself. Who is Felicity?
Oh, Felicity is a woman with a lot of things in mind. I always want to touch everything, do everything. So that's why actually I'm an artist. No, like as an artist, but I'm a professor also
Oh,
in
wow, I didn't know
finance,
that.
and I'm a coach too. In if you want to begin a business or something,
Okay.
and I'm a mom as well. So I
Wow.
think many things
You wear
that
a lot of different
coming. Yes,
hats.
yeah,
I love it. I love it. And you do it well. You do it in style. And I appreciate
trying.
that. That's wonderful. So let's dig a little bit deeper into. So you said you also do finance. You're a professor of finance.
Yes.
I'm very curious about that because financial wellness is something we haven't talked about much in self care.
Exactly. Yeah.
But that's an angle I want to kind of dig into a little bit. And then you talked about coaching, like business
Coaching.
coaching, which I
Yes.
think is really cool because since you have that finance background, you can
Mhm.
kind of coach people from like a financially
Different side.
smart
Yes.
angle.
Mhm.
So let's talk about that. So what, like, how did you get into that? Where do you do that? Tell us
Oh
more.
wow, it's a long, long, long story. We try to make it short.
Okay.
So in the beginning, I was in economics. So I
Ah.
studied in France. I finished my master and come here with my husband, my baby,
Oh,
and
lovely.
just trying to find a job or something after with my diploma. But
Yes.
I finally didn't find a job. So
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to do some project with some women center, things like this.
Okay. Yes.
And after that, I came in Ottawa. My husband got an opportunity, so we come in Ottawa. And I asked myself, why not going to finance? Because I was economics. So,
Right.
okay, come back to finance,
Right.
numbers,
Yes.
and I like
You
numbers.
like numbers. Okay. That's good.
So, and I want you to understand the Canadian system
Yes.
because money like we finance in France and finance here is not the same thing.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
even the calculation or the mindset is a little bit different.
Interesting.
Yes, so I wanted to understand that. So I
Right.
began to work with a financial advisor. I work with Scotia. I work with Desjardins.
Okay.
And finally, I finished like a representative, mortgage representative at
Yes.
Desjardins. And in the same time, when I was a financial advisor, I was giving class to Lasty
Okay.
Collegian, like a
Okay.
professor in
Yes.
finance. So it was coming to I was
It just
just
flowed
doing the same,
in.
yes, flooding,
Wow.
and at the end, I decided to just continue like a professor
Yes.
and with my heart. But my heart came to when I came in Canada with my husband and my baby, and I
Yes.
just began because it was a therapy for me. So that's
Okay.
why it's just come and
Wow.
I have the two sides. So the coaching come because on my way to all the things,
Yes.
I was helping people, just giving some ideas, some advices, and it was
On
like,
finance
yeah,
and life
everything,
and
yes,
settling in Canada, all the
everything,
things, the immigrant journey.
yeah, exactly. And I was like, okay, why not? Why not doing that? And
Yes.
just today, I talked to someone, okay, I want to do that.
Yes.
So, and then I just received like a contract. I was, oh,
Wow.
okay, why not?
Yes.
So I continue like this and I continue to help people because for me, it's to give back
Yes. To the
because I think
community.
I receive a lot just coming here in Canada and discover myself
Yes.
and discover what I really want to do. So
Yes.
this is the way I began to do everything and I continue to do a little bit of everything, my heart,
Yes.
finance and coaching and trying to do my best to help people.
Wow. That's wonderful. I love how everything kind of flowed together. Like when you moved here, you were just trying to settle and then, finance was like
Finance, yeah.
a safe place, something you were comfortable with, you were already good at. And then the teaching came out of that.
Yes.
And then art.
And I discover a lot of people need to put finance, like to think about finance,
Yes,
because
yes.
a lot of people are like, oh, I know I have problem, but I don't want to see that. I don't want to see my checking account. I don't want to see how many credits I don't want
Yes,
to
no,
know
I
about.
know what you mean.
So
Yeah.
that's why sometimes I just tell people the first thing is just to realize,
Yeah.
okay, you know that you need to see your finance
Yes, yes.
in reality.
Yes.
Which is the point now to do.
Yes.
Okay, so after we can work on, okay, settle, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Make a
everything this can, yes,
plan.
make a plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have 5 cards, I don't know,
Yes.
5 credit cards.
Yeah.
Okay, what can I do about that? Which card have the most interest and rate?
Yes.
So you begin by the higher. So a little bit, but you need to face it. You need to
Yes.
take a
Yes.
decision first. Yeah.
I get that, and I can relate to that. That's why I put my hand up. I'm not
All of
the
us.
type of person who, thankfully, I don't actually spend a lot because
Mm-hmm.
I'm very simple in what I like in life. Like I'm a big fan of nature. Thankfully, it's free, except for all my spa days. Those are not free.
Yeah.
But I don't have the luxury of spending a whole day at the spa all the time. So then I don't end up going
Mm-hmm.
as often.
Yeah.
But a little bit of a nature break for 30 minutes, half an hour is free, and I do that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, what it ends up being is things go on the back burner, especially as a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, just getting caught up on all the things, you got
Yes,
payroll,
yes.
you've got
Business.
HST, you got all these things, and
Yes.
it's easy for it to be on the back burner because you care so much about your trade, you care so
Yes.
much about your clients and all the things you're
Mm.
doing that you just are kind of like, oh, I'll do that
Yeah, yes.
tomorrow.
And
But it's good to have someone like you who's like,
yeah.
no, not tomorrow,
No, no, no,
today.
no, no, no. You need, I think the most thing is if you set up the automatic system, it's more
Yes.
easy.
Yes.
You
I
know that you
agree.
use, for example, Square, you link
Yeah.
it to your account, you
Yes.
link it to your QuickBook. It's easy because
Yes.
when you redo your accountability at the end of
Yes.
the
Like the
year, you have
reconciliation.
all the things
Yes.
already done.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
No,
So
you're
there
right.
is some ways to do that more
Systems.
easy systems. It's systems.
Yes.
You just need to have system for everything,
Yeah.
even for food.
Yes.
When I
Yes.
get 40, I was like, oh, maybe I need to take care of me more than before.
Yes.
And just thinking about cooking correctly, like, vegetables, more
Yes.
vegetables,
Yeah.
less cake, things like this. It's
Depends on what's in the cake. We actually
yeah.
had somebody who came and spoke with us earlier. She's a
Exactly.
holistic nutritionist, and she
Mm-hmm.
was like, "You can eat all the cake you want, but what's inside that
A
cake?
cake, exactly.
If
Just
it's
thinking about
vegetables,
that, yeah.
fruits, if it's almond flour, you can eat that cake. But if it's all junk, is that really food?"
Mm-hmm. That's why I need to change everything
Yes.
after I get 40. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to change things.
Yes.
So it was food, it's
Okay.
finance, it's everything, it's
Everything.
mindset. It's
Mindset is huge.
okay. Think I'm wearing. I like it today? How do I
Right.
feel today?
Yeah.
So you just think, even my hair.
Yes.
Just I cut my
Yes.
hair and just okay. I like it like this. I like this way. So I'm okay with that. So going with that. So for food, it's the same thing. So do my bash or
Yes.
do what you like to eat. So I think finance is the
I
same
never
thing.
thought I would hear someone say finance is the same as food, but you heard it. You heard it here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a question that might tie this all together. And
Yeah.
what is self care to you? How would you define self care?
Oh, self care for me is like a therapy.
Mm-hmm.
It's I think it's important to take care of yourself because a lot of women, and I was a part of this woman, when I get my kids in the beginning,
Yes.
I was forgetting myself. Even just eating something in one day, it was I forgot.
Yes. Because you're so busy
Yeah.
taking care of everybody else.
So you don't eat well because you forgot, and when you eat bad food and you take weight, and after you are not good because you are you face in the mirror and you're like, oh, why I'm like this.
Right.
And so this is, I think it's really important for women just to say, even it's 15 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
just take the time for you, even to take. I know one day I go to the hospital with my baby. I think she was maybe 8 months, and
wow.
there was a woman. She was so tired. She was tired, and she had the baby crying, and I was like, oh, so sorry because I cannot help her, and
Yes.
I was myself like she was. Oh, you look so okay, and I'm tired too, but I take time to put a little makeup, maybe to do my hair,
Yeah.
wear something I love because it took time, but I try. I try because
Yes.
I don't want to be completely lost because I have baby, I have kids,
Yeah.
and I'm just thinking maybe my kid will be, oh, mom is like this because of me. But no, I don't want her to feel like I'm not
like
good because
guilty or
yes.
yeah.
So I was okay. I need to take care of me so my kids can see that I'm happy, even
Yes.
if I'm tired.
Yes.
I'm okay. You
Yes.
see, I'm okay. And I don't know. I think it's really important to try. Yeah.
That's really beautiful. That's beautiful. And it's cool because you're talking about the example. And I
Mhm.
think that's a huge part of most of what we do is being motivated by setting a good example for
Yeah.
the people around us. Because if you're spending all your time taking care of your kids or taking care of, say, your patients, because
Mhm.
we have like a lot of health workers, our client base, or you're taking care of your clients, for
Exactly.
people like myself and other practitioners.
Mhm.
If you're spending all that time taking care of those people, but you don't take care of yourself, then you're kind of telling those people that it's not important to care for yourself, right?
Finally, yes, finally. So the first, so this is for the first step. This is exactly even in finance. Huh?
Yeah,
If your finance is not good
right.
personally, how do
Yes,
you want to build a business if your
right,
finance is not? So it's the
right.
same thing. If you don't take care of yourself,
How can
how
you?
can you take care of someone else?
Yeah,
It's the same thing with love.
that's good.
You see,
Ooh, okay, we're
if
going deep.
if you don't love
Love
yourself,
yourself, yes.
how you can love someone else?
Hmm.
So it's really, it's inside of you.
It's
It's just there.
inside.
It's just there.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
need to begin with yourself,
yes.
step by step, not just today, tomorrow. Okay, yes, I'm okay. No, no, no. Just step by step, little by little. And this is the same time I began to do shopping again because I forgot how you shop. When you
Shop,
have
and you were
kids,
like, I
you
need to.
forgot.
Yeah,
So this is things like this. So step by step, but not chop a lot
of
because
course,
after
of
you
course.
don't have
Yeah,
money.
then it affects your finance.
Yes.
So we're back in that cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. I love that, and
Mm.
I even think of this that saying of like take the log out of your own eye before you can see better to take the log out of
Yeah.
the speck out of someone else's eye, right?
Mm.
So I think that principle is something that should carry through all areas of our lives, right? And
Yeah.
for you, I know that finance is one, but the other one is art.
Yeah.
And art is, you said it's your therapy.
Is I think I'll save my life.
Wow.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
When I came in Canada, so I explained I was in France. Okay, I
Mm-hmm.
have family in Belgium, France. I have everybody coming. I get my baby, so I have family around. I was good. And then we come in Canada. Yeah, Canada is
Mm.
beautiful. I really like Canada. The first day I was, oh yes, I like it. I never want to
It's like
go another place. Yeah.
finally.
So 2 months after, I think I was like, oh my god, I can't. I don't know people.
Mm-hmm.
I miss my friends. I miss my family. I miss food because my auntie was bringing me food on the weekend. So I miss my aunties and my cousins. Everybody. And I was like, okay, I was feeling like I was missing something, or
Yes.
I was something, I don't know. I was completely lost. And I learned that I'm getting a second baby.
Oh.
So I was almost depressed, maybe even depressed, because I was like, oh my God, I'm just coming Canada now.
Yeah.
I get a job in the store. So I was like, oh, I just get a little job. I
Oh.
have a small baby. So
Now you have a second baby
yeah.
coming. Yeah.
And what I'm doing here, why I'm in Canada, what I'm going to do after, I really don't know.
Yes.
So I have these things because I pray too.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes just like, okay, what can I do? What I'm gonna do? I really don't know what to do. So I was feeling that I have to paint.
Mm.
I don't know why. I don't know. I go to a store, I
Yes.
buy supplies for painting. I go to home
Yes.
and we find an apartment. So it was the first apartment. I was, oh, maybe I can do some paint. I can do on the wall. It was not really beautiful, but I do
Something
it.
to start.
It was just to do something.
Yes.
Just I paint. So I do my first. It was just a little thing like this, nothing special. Really
Mm.
nothing special.
Mm.
I was I was oh well. You feel like I don't know, I was something relieved or
Yes.
and I do a second. And I do a third. And
Okay.
after a friend come and say, oh, did you buy it? I say, no, I did it. Oh, can you do for me with this
Okay.
color? I say, okay. Okay, so I do for her. But in the beginning, I was giving my heart because it was really a therapy for me. It
Yes.
was helping me being well and feeling well. And that's why even now it's difficult for me to paint just to
Mm.
put for selling. No, I
Right.
really paint
Because
because
your
I
heart
want to
is
paint.
in it.
Yes.
Wow.
So even now is people don't understand why you don't focus on selling, selling, selling. I'm like,
Right.
it's not for selling.
Right.
I want to bring something more than selling because for me,
Hmm.
everybody needs to paint.
Hmm.
Then when I give art class in Montreal one time, I have two women and they paint and they feel like they, come on this they throw away the
Like they
sadness.
released,
Yes, they
yeah,
release
released the
sadness,
pain and sadness, and wow.
and that's why it was the concretization of what I was
Oh,
doing. It
that's
was
so
okay. This is
beautiful.
why I'm doing art. It's
Yes,
not just to sell art;
right.
it's to help people to
Release.
yes,
Yeah.
something
And to
feel
reclaim.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
to just put color on something
Yes.
because sometimes you don't have the word, but when you paint and you write or you do something,
Yes.
it's something happen.
Yeah.
Something happen.
Have you heard of the saying "groaning's too deep for words"?
Oh,
It's like
going to different.
you're putting out something that's too deep to express through words, right?
Exactly.
That's so beautiful. We need to have you do a workshop for us. Absolutely. This sounds like you expressing it. I'm like, yeah, we need that. We really need that. And I knew someone in Hamilton when I used to live in Hamilton who was an art therapist. And this is what they did with their clients. The clients would come for a therapy session. So it's not just your typical sit down, is art therapy together. What do you think of this modality?
That's the things. That's why I'm going to do the. I want to begin a program psychotherapist.
Amazing.
Yeah. Because I really want to go far on my on my ideas. I have something in my mind, and I feel like I have to do that.
Yes.
So I'm going this way. So the psychotherapist to bring more. Not medicine, but to help more people.
Yes.
Because I think even the kids. Sometimes in family, maybe you need help, but you don't know how to express it.
Right.
Sometimes you're a woman, you don't know how to express your your pain or
Yes.
your joy. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. All of it. Expressing the emotions.
Expressing emotions.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it is for my next business.
Express your emotions. Yeah. Well, people have been getting ideas in these 21 days of self-care. So it's wonderful. I love this. I love everything you shared. I love what you stand for. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Oh, thank you for you to inviting me. And have my slogan for my next business.
There you go. Win-win. We got a lot done. And thank you for helping me to look at my finances in a different light. I'm gonna look at it as a spa day, okay? My numbers day will now be I'll tell myself it's a spa day.
Don't be n'aie pas peur des chiffres.
Ne pas peur des chiffres.
Don't be afraid of numbers.
Afraid of numbers.
It's just numbers.
It's just numbers.
Yes.
Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm afraid of them. I think it's just a lot. Like I think, when you talked about 15 minutes, that's something I want to start practicing. I actually love numbers. That's the funny part about me.
But you need to begin.
I need to begin. It's that like inertia, that energy to start. And because I'm in like the health and wellness self-care space, that's like more normal for me because it's just my day-to-day. But I actually love numbers. At some point, you would catch me like, I used to be on math club. I used to be. So that's part of my problem is that when I start with the numbers, I'm a little bit like I go too far.
You have the two parts.
Maybe I have the two parts. Yeah.
Because I'm like this. I like numbers, but when I
also like the self-care.
Okay, but
when you're in the self-care mode, you're not trying to. Yeah. But we're bringing it together today, right? We got this.
Yes.
Thanks again. Thank you all for tuning in for another day of 21 Days of Self-Care. We will see you tomorrow. And actually, we're going to do homework today. So your homework is maybe you have also been neglecting some financial things. Or maybe it's planning out your food or something like that. What is one thing that you want to do today? Just 15 minutes. So commit to 15 minutes of doing that thing today. And see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.